What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg Miller, alongside the PlayStation Wonderkin, Vince Ingenito. How you doing, Vince?
Doing awesome, Greg. How are you, buddy?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Well,
few people ask how I'm doing in these.
You know, you have feelings too, Greg. You have feelings too.
It's true. Ladies and gentlemen, I have strong feelings about Vince's list of his favorite games. He just posted it over on IGN.com. However, right now, we're just going to talk about his number one pick. You need to go to IGN.com to read the whole list. But Vince, number one game of all time.
Baldur's Gate 2, Shadow of Am, and also the expansion pack, Throne of Ball.
That's what you brought here. You brought your Baldur's Gate Bible.
I have. So this sits on my desk at all times.
Yeah.
I don't have too much swag on my desk, but this is my one piece. It is the original spiral-bound 270 some odd page manual from Baldur's Gate 2, the computer game when it first came out.
I love that if I look at it, I can see scribbling where you've written something else on top of it. That's
sure,
awesome.
absolutely.
That's a book that's seen some history. What about Baldur's Gate 2 makes it this game for you? There's something you'd hold on to this treasure for so long.
Well, the reason especially I had to hold on to this book is because this was we don't have manuals like this anymore, and this wasn't just like technical information. This was spell listings and stat tables, and this was basically like a kind of like a run-down version of the D&D rules of the time, like second edition D&D rules. Because that's what the whole game is based off of. I didn't even know I liked D&D until I played this game.
You just knew you liked Baldur's Gate all of a sudden.
Right, yeah, exactly. And then suddenly I was like, oh my god, these are all the same. When I started looking at Dungeons and Dragons stuff, I was like, wow, this is a lot of the same classes and the same stat tables and everything. And suddenly I realized that the game I'd been nerding out was a game that people had been nerding out about for decades. And that's one of the reasons why it's so special to me, is because it takes this really, really rich universe and these really rich gameplay mechanics from a pen and paper system and adapts them to my system, to the interactive video game system that I grew up with. So that's one of the reasons why it's really special to me. But it's really incredible, and as an achievement that no other RPG I think has really done, is the way it executes on every level of both system and complexity and side quests and main quests, and giving the player freedom but also telling a good story craft. They don't make RPGs like this anymore. They don't make them this deep anymore, this long or this substantial or this dense, or with this much freedom. Whereas so many RPGs these days are, their systems don't matter. Like, it doesn't really matter what you equip. It's just like, this number is higher than that number. You're not thinking about who gets what or why. This has all that sound like strategic reasoning of RPGs. And
this is the RPG nerd RPG.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the RPG for like serious RPG fans.
And that's what you are, Vince.
Oh, I am. I'm pretty crazy.
So then for you, what's the definitive moment of Baldur's Gate 2 where you're like, this is my favorite game of all time?
I think it's hard to pin down one moment, but one of the main things about it that I remember was, so this is a BioWare game. So before Knights of the Old Republic and all those others, before Mass Effect,
everything else.
Yeah, but you can see the influences here in the relationships. And what was interesting is that whereas today I think those relationships are like rewards. You're like, I want to get it on with Liara or whatever. like in this, it was interesting because sometimes the relationships you had with people wouldn't sit well with other party members. So there was one party member in this game. She was this. She had wings that used to have wings and they were clipped, and she was kind of like sold to a circus, and you kind of feel bad for her. And she's like attractive and stuff, but she keeps trying to like come on to you, and you see her like reaching out to help for you, and she wants to be in a relationship with you. But I'm like, I remember feeling awkward because I wanted to like not screw up what I had going with another person in my party. In this game, if you screwed it up, she would just leave. And she was like a really powerful fighter, and I didn't want to lose her.
Right.
So I was like, no. Like,
practicality relationship.
Yeah, exactly. So I kept trying to be like, nah, you're
cool,
you're
bros,
cute,
we're
but we're bros.
I
feel for you, and I'm here for you, but like here, not there.
You
know, and just when I realized I was making like real life relationship type decisions in a game, I was like, that's it. This is the most role playing of any role playing game that I've ever played.
That's awesome, Vince. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of Vince's pick for the favorite game of all time? Let us know in the comments. Then make sure you go over to IGN.com and check out Vince's entire list. But make sure you keep coming back to this screen, however, wherever it may be, to see what every other IGN editor picks as their favorite game of all time.